What's going on, everybody? It looks like we're capping this week off with quite the red day. And, PCE came out. We're going to glance at that. We're definitely looking at a little bit of a regression there. And it's stoking fear in the market. Now, mainly, we're going to focus on Bitcoin, what's been happening there, the SPY, and an important kind of thing going on with that, and also a very important upcoming date. So let's get right into this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's check some things out. So first off, PCE came out, and I'll leave this down below for you to kind of look over their numbers. And I think the big thing here is just the fact that we're kind of seeing a turnaround in inflation. Inflation's been steadily coming down, at least according to PCE. And unfortunately, from December to January, we went from 5.3 back to 5.4%. And this is the change for each month going over a year ago. So this is definitely striking some fear in the market. And I wanted to show you what's going on here on the charts. And we're going to have to keep an eye on the SPY, because this is literally about to get back into this long-term downtrend we've been in. We've been just range-bound, bouncing all over the place in a downward fashion, continuing to meet up and fail this descending resistance until recently we did break out. But this fear in the market is bringing us right back down. So you're going to want to watch how we perform here. Do we bounce back up and go back over? Or do we fall back in and start retesting some of these lower levels? And while short-term, this definitely doesn't look good. We could easily break this and continue down. Seems like it is the trajectory. If you were looking to get into the SPY over the last couple years, I do think now is a great time to slowly just dollar cost average into the SPY. And then you can just add, not even have to think about it, and just know that we are definitely at a depressed level. But eventually we will get back to all new highs. It will take some time, which could be a great time to accumulate some indexes like the SPY, like the QQQ, things of that nature. And you know me, I never really talk about buying the SPY or buying indexes. I'm definitely more of an individual stock picker. But, I gotta admit that at these prices, the SPY looking years out, pretty easy to just dollar cost average into, not even have to look into the stocks and worry about it much. Just buy the index, hold for the long term. And I also wanted to show you guys Bitcoin. We are reaching an important ascending support here. And this support was established in the beginning of this year. So it's not an extremely long running support, but just watch and see how we perform here. We can very possibly break this and then come and test this 22,300 and potentially lower levels from there. But if we do happen to bounce here, hold up this support and bounce, we could definitely see a green week next week. I think the market is just having a really bad initial reaction, thinking that maybe the Fed's rate hikes are going to be more than just another couple 25 basis point hikes. Their target is 5%. They can definitely change that target to 5.5 or 6%, seeing that just inflation is very, very sticky. Now, if we do bounce from this, we still do have that 25,000 resistance area. But, watch for this pattern. I feel like we're probably going to bounce and just kind of work our way to trade into this pattern. And then we're going to have our definitive breakout to either direction. Now, our breakout could come here. But, just being that we have sold off quite a bit today, and in general, over the week, we've sold off quite a bit, you're going to want to see if the bulls are going to back this up. Are we going to find those buyers before we get to, being oversold? We aren't quite there yet on the 4-hour chart, but we are pretty deeply oversold on the, shorter term time frames, the hourly charts, things like that. So see how we do here. I personally see it as a great time to add to some Bitcoin. I love adding during fear like this, but your results may vary. Now, I did want to mention to you guys that the stock market does have one more redeeming date before all hell breaks loose, and this is going to be the next CPI. And this comes out before the next Fed meeting, so the market will be intently watching this next CPI coming out here in March 14th, only around 3 weeks away. But how are you feeling in today's market? Are you taking advantage of some deep discounts today? Or are you holding back and looking for some lower levels? Thanks as always, guys, and I'll probably see you later today.